It's me, Duty Boy! Yuck, we need to cover up this iron farm. Standing next to my castle, this thing looks like shit. I want to encase it in a cool looking industrial building. And I've got this whole list of farms to build too, and we're going to do everything in today's episode, so if you enjoys it, leave a like. If only rain would make mud blocks. Like, what good is rain, really? To build the iron farm I have in mind, I'm going to need a bunch of mud blocks, and so I'm going to build a mud farm that allows me to convert a whole bunch of dirt into mud quickly. I have all the materials I need in this shulker box. See how useful these things are? Now I need to figure out where to build it. I like the idea of adding it down in the ravine here. This is definitely an unfinished area. The farm winds up looking like some kind of old mining engine or generator. Yo, Jenny! So we need to fill up this hopper back here and also this dispenser right there with a whole bunch of bottles. So obviously we're going to have to go buy some more glass. Oh, hello. Do you have any glass to sell? Why, yes, you do. I spent a whole stack of emeralds on glass, and I'm not quite sure that's enough. Now I spent 2 stacks of emeralds on glass, and I'm still not sure it's enough. Let's go see. Alright, we got the dispenser full, and let's see what we can do in this hopper. No! Oh man, we still need like 2 more stacks! So I spent like 3.5 stacks of emeralds on glass, and now they cut me off. They won't even sell to me anymore.
Get out!
Right, there's one. I mean, a stack of glass pretty much equals a stack of bottles. You just split it into 3 like that, put it into the 3 slots, and then you get almost a stack of bottles back. And now we need like less than half a stack. What? Hey, where did you come from? Here, you little turd. Stay out of my dimension. Alright, we have finally got that thing full, and now we need to fill it up with some dirt and get some dirt in my hand. This is designed by Il Mango, if I didn't mention that before, and now we're going to test it by placing a couple pieces of dirt. Could take a couple of tries before it works right. Let's see. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to make about 15 stacks of mud blocks. And I took out the glass, so it's got to be something that is not shovelable.
Well, you can't hold both of them. You have to kind of push one and then the other. All right, looking pretty good so far. How much is left in here? How much is left now? Oh, God.
Finally. How many stacks is that? Okay, so that's 9. 14. Darn it. 14. Still have 1 more stack I have to do. When it's dark out, we miners go home and we go to bed. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Back to the daily grind. Okay, finally. Oh, wait a minute. That's 9 plus 5 is 14. Okay, there we go. Finally, I'd say all told that probably took me about 20 real-world minutes, and most of it was just me getting used to like clicking one button and then the other. But still, this is so much faster than making your mud manually. This is a great machine. And now I want to convert all these mud blocks into packed mud. I certainly hope I have enough wheat. First step is to terraform this area to give me more room to build. Before we start, it's important to turn the iron farm off, that way a golem doesn't spawn on what I'm building. I bought a couple slime from a wandering trader, which lets me make a sticky piston I can put above the zombie's chamber here. A button on top to prevent spawns, and a little solid block below. Now when I flip this lever, the villies can't see the zombie and they can finally take a little break. I'm counting on needing to move this storage out of the way, so I'm combining the iron I have so far into blocks for easier storage. $4,227 iron blocks. This farm has produced over 38,000 iron ingots since I built it. Wow! Oh boy. Oh, he just jumped down. All right, geez, how am I gonna get this guy back up here? All right, we'll just go ahead and we'll take the rest of this out of here to get it out of the way. And I'm totally a genius. I'm gonna like get this guy to come back up here as soon as it turns night. He's gonna go back up there and reclaim his bed. Tick tock, tick tock. All right, so sun's starting to get kind of low. Maybe you should go to your nice cozy bed over there. No, don't go over here. Oh, look at that, look at that. He's starting to do it. He's starting to do it. There he goes, right back into bed. Yay! Oh man. Kind of wasted a day of building there, but it was worth it to get him back in bed where he belongs. All right, now I'm going to start off this build by actually building on top of here. I want kind of a smokestack coming out of the top of here. And I want it to be high enough and spawn proof, that way none of the golems spawn on top of here. I'm actually going to collect this lava, and then I think I'm going to be replacing these two blocks right here. So I'm going to go ahead and collect this sign. Now, I mean, I haven't gotten very far, but I know for sure that I could put the sign back and probably the lava. I hope I don't regret putting that back there. And let's decorate the top of this with some iron bars to make it look even more industrial. Okay, and now we are going to want to put a level full of campfires down in here, because we would like a large smoke plume to be rising out of this thing. And I'm trying to figure out what the appropriate height is for this. Oh, and I fell into my own trap. Whoops, I think I'm going to have to break my way out the side of my own iron farm. I think this is too high. I want to get them a little lower. Yeah, I think that level is looking good. Ooh, but it's going to get pretty smoky in here pretty quick. I think maybe I had the right idea before about being inside my iron farm and just place them from down here and try not to go into my own lava. Darn it. Hey, you know what would really help is if I pick up this water for just a minute. Oh no, there's mobs. What? I need one more, just one more. Yeah. All right, so number one, torches. I've got more torches to put around, and we're gonna make this area safe again. It's torch spam-erific. And final, what is it? Campfire, that's what I was trying to think of the name of. We're gonna put a water bucket back over here, and then we're gonna jump out, and I'm going to try to, get down in this space using my elytra, And there we go. We got the top of it on. Let's have a look. Oh, I left a whole bunch of scaffold up there. Great. But yeah, I mean, that is like looking really cool. That is a great start. Okay, now I'm just going to start, well, I'm going to start widening out the tower as I go down using a combination of stairs and more packed mud and mud brick blocks to make a kind of ancient kiln. Yep, this is looking pretty great. Okay, so yeah, I left this entire side of the structure open because we're going to extend it outward. Of course, we're going to extend it outward. We got to get this guy covered up. I'm just going to have sort of a regular roofed warehouse looking kind of building extending off the side of it, and I'm going to frame it in spruce. And then we're going to come out this way. And then right here, we're going to have the front beam. And then I guess this was a mistake to put these here, but no worries, I can just reclaim them. We need it to be 4 high at least. Okay, and then another one, and then that is where we are going to go forward to the front. And then I'm going to drop back down and continue this beam back up to here. So if the black stone comes up this high at least, then the actual walls of this will start like in this area. So I'm going to go ahead and start filling in with a mix of packed mud and mud bricks here. All right, yeah, I'm kind of looking from the inside out, but I think that looks about right. And then the mud and brick section up there should be about the same. Why am I having such trouble staying on a platform? All right, looking pretty good from the outside. Got to look at it kind of close, of course, because I don't have much ledge to go from. But yeah, then of course for the windows, iron bars. All right, and then I'm going to do the exact same on this wall. Alright guys, so I put up the other wall here and I tried to do a little fill-in of the floor with the blackstone, but didn't quite work out. We're going to need a whole lot more blackstone, and I also have an idea for what we're going to put in here. We're going to need a whole lot of lava buckets, so I think we're in for a trip to the nether. So luckily I have a gold farm and it's my main way of getting experience, so we got plenty of gold to take over, and I've got 16 buckets all to grab lava. And of course, I've got a trusty potion of fire resistance just in case I get into trouble. And there's a piglin right over there, so let's go see if he'll give me some blackstone. Blackstone, please. Fire charge, huh? I see your game. You want more gold? I think maybe we're going to have to go find a bunch of these guys. Oh, he's scared of the zombie piglin, so he's trying to run away. Now we're in business. I just need to get maybe like 1 or 2 more guys over here, and I just keep throwing them things in this pit. Hopefully they'll keep throwing me some good stuff. Alright, after trading with these 2 numbskulls for quite some time, I still have about 4 stacks of gold ingots left, and I've got, let's see, 1, 2... Alright, yep, about 5 and 19 blackstone. Pretty good. Alright, so now it's time to go and fill up our buckets with some lava. And throughout the nether, as you may know, there are... whoops, is there a gas nearby? That was pretty loud. Anyway, there are little pockets of magma that are flowing down from the ceiling, and I thought those would be the ones that I would grab first. I think we need to get a little bit higher up, though, in order to get that one. Ah, there's that gas. Got it. Got it. All right, so that is 1 down. All right. Oh, yes, another gas tier. That is just what I need in order to regenerate the Ender Dragon again. And I am going to jump right up here beside it. Notice I'm not putting my bamboo right next to the lava flow. Otherwise, it might burn up. And a 3, and a 4, and a 5. And there we are. And 7. All right, I have like 9 more buckets to fill. I think I'm just going to head right down here to the edge of this lava lake and grab what I need. Actually, I could go up there and grab that. Yoink! Alright, and that's it. I should have all of the buckets I need. 16 buckets of lava. Nice to have a mainly uneventful trip to the nether. And now we can finish up the floor in here. Okay, so right in the center of this large area, right under the smokestack and right under the villagers, I want a huge lava pit. All right, here we go. 16 buckets of lava. Oh, look at that nice still pool of lava. Molten iron. Okay, so I want this to smoke. So I've made some campfires and I'm going to knock out a couple of blocks under here, and then I'm going to very carefully try to replace them with the campfires. There we go. All right, there's one. Let's put another one like... there, that looks great. And then let's put another one maybe back over here on this corner. Awesome, so now our molten magma is smoking up under the sky, and it kind of explains why we have a smoking chimney up on top of this place. Okay, and now we're ready to finish up this build. Looks great from the outside, really industrial looking, not beautiful, but it adds character to the area nonetheless. We need to add the storage system back into the farm, but placing chests here could cause them to catch fire. Doesn't seem to be bursting into flames at the moment. I forget whether I disabled fire tick, oh well. But I want my storage up against the wall anyway, and I think it means taking out the wall above. I have to remember to fix up the outside after this. Don't want to give this Villy another escape route. Wow, doing this at night is so much easier with the Villies asleep. Why didn't I think of this before? Okay, now that the storage is back in, let's refill it. I'm too lazy to break down these iron blocks, so in they go. For the rest of this front space, I want to simulate the molten alloys there pouring into ingot molds. I think we can safely release the Kraken here.
Release the Kraken!
Awesome, now I'm going to surround it with a railing for safety. Made out of what? Iron bars, of course. And now let's reactivate the iron farm and see if it still works. Right away, the iron golems are spawning again. Now that I've finally got a thumbnail for this video, let's celebrate with some rain. Guess what? I totally forgot to fix the outside wall. There. Now it's time for farms. First farm I want to move is this, my bamboo farm. Inside the throne room of Castle Godscleave, this spiral staircase now goes downward. Before I even finished my last episode, I completed a project here under the castle where I leveled off the ground in this cavern with generated stone. I want to build a bunch of automated farms under here, and I'm going to use copper blocks to make them look more mechanical. The bamboo farm is simple. It's just one bamboo stalk on dirt. Below it is a minecart with hopper to suck the drops down through this block and into the hopper and chests. It's not lossless, but with the recent announcement of bamboo blocks in Minecraft 1.20 and the fact that they can be used for chests, I need a lot of bamboo in my world. Next, I want to build a simple sugarcane farm. This will be my own design with some heavy inspiration from a recent farm by Mystic Cat. I'm starting with 3 double chests of storage with 3 hoppers going into them. Then to each side of the hoppers, I'm running 18 textured blocks that my minecart rails will sit upon. Go over 3 blocks and then place another 18 blocks going back. Now cover these front blocks with the hoppers with regular rails, and immediately after the turn, place 3 powered rails. Continue running rails to the far end, but place 3 more powered rails just before the turn. 3 more powered rails after this turn too. Connect rails to the opposite end, and 3 more powered rails here. Place levers on the sides below the powered rails and flip them on. Use the rails to place 3 blocks inside the track and then run more blocks along both sides. One more at the end, then run 16 dirt blocks on top of the rails, just on the sides and not the front or back. Now run blocks all the way down the center. Place stair blocks facing inward at each end, then go get yourself 4 water buckets and waterlog each of the stairs. Cover the water on both sides with another row of blocks. This block at the end is optional. Then place pistons on each side facing out and stand on those pistons and place observers on the opposite side also facing out. Fill in between the 2 rows of pistons with blocks, doesn't have to be copper, and then run a line of redstone dust down the middle. Place 1 sugarcane on each dirt block and then place glass doors up against the sides of the sugarcane. Raise these glass walls 2 more blocks high and then cover the space above with glass to prevent items from popping out. Place a minecart with hopper on the rails and push it in either direction. When any sugarcane stalk grows 3 high, the observer triggers the pistons below, which cut all the sugarcane, and the minecart picks it up and gradually deposits it evenly across the 3 storage chests. That's 2 farms we can cross off. Next is a moss farm, and we're going to need another bucket of lava. Oh, I could have grabbed that lava over there. Oh well. Some time ago, a wandering trader sold me moss and I want to multiply it so I have many moss blocks and carpets and azaleas to decorate with. I've never built a moss farm before, but it can't be that hard. I'm starting by building a stone generator here. Need a glass case on top to contain the lava. Now I should be able to generate 7 rows of stone. Good! Uh-oh, we generated cobblestone. That's a bad sign. Cobblestone can't be converted to moss, so let's get that out of there and try again. It's still making cobblestone. Let's try a wooden button instead of a stone one. That seems to be working perfectly. Alright, let's generate stone until there's 7 rows of it. We need 5 furnaces at this end since they can't be pushed. Then along the backside we need a row of trapdoors, all open, a row of glass behind them, and down this side as well. On the opposite side we need a collection gutter in which to pour the moss, and this is where we'll collect it. Let's waterlog every other trapdoor and place another bucket of water in the collection gutter. To open and close these trapdoors, we need a row of blocks with redstone dust on them. So the button lets me open them, but they won't stay closed afterward, which means we need to run a redstone line to a redstone torch that keeps the trapdoor shut. Let's extend this with a repeater going into a line of blocks with a line of redstone on top. We don't need this one in the middle, let's just run the line into a block with the redstone torch in front. But the torch isn't going to be close enough to power the circuit for the trapdoors. What have I done wrong? Well, I've definitely put these trapdoors in the wrong place. They shouldn't be on top of the generated stone. Let's reclaim some of this water. Here we need a line of blocks that don't convert to moss, and we can rebuild the trapdoor watering mechanism on top of it. Now the redstone torch is right next to the trapdoor circuit, and one more block here will carry over the charge. Great, so the water circuit works. Let's remove some stone to get the generator working at the same time. Brilliant! Could use a little more delay just to be safe. Perfect! So the stone generator pushes all the blocks toward the furnace, which will break the moss, and the water pushes the moss into the gutter. Now we'll run a line of redstone up to a mechanism hovering over the stone that will bone meal a moss block positioned directly over the center of the generated stone. We can simulate generating some moss now before proceeding. Wow, stuff got washed completely over the gutter. A line of glass here will fix that. Not sure if I need glass here. Let's test it again. Perfect. Let's add a dispenser behind the moss and fill it with bone meal I have on me. Then I need to figure out how to power this dispenser, but I also need to refill it automatically. So if I run a line of hoppers to the dispenser, how do I get the redstone signal to it? Let's add a double chest for collecting the moss. Whoops, it can't spill everywhere. We need to break this grass on top of the moss block every time, otherwise the rest of the farm is working perfectly. To run the signal to the dispenser and a piston at the same time, we need a repeater to charge a block above and then across to another block with a repeater set to full delay. Then we set the piston against the repeater. No, that's wrong. We set the piston against the block so it's right above the moss. And then we give it a shot. Holy cow! I think that worked perfectly. Yes, it's working! Now we just need a circuit here to run the farm automatically, and I don't see why an ether hopper clock wouldn't work. I totally built this wrong. Luckily, a different wandering trader sold me some slime balls one day so I can make a couple sticky pistons. I'm going to start by testing 8 blocks in the timer to see if that works, as well as the wooden button. Seems to be working. It's not generating cobblestone at least. Now I need some more bone meal and a mechanism to compost some of the moss and send it back into the system to keep it going. We'll need a dropper elevator here to get the bone meal back up to the system. So let's put a composter here under the double chest with a hopper draining into the dropper tower here. One more, and then we can run a line of hoppers over to the top dropper. Now we need a circuit coming out of the bottom dropper that powers a double stack of observers that activate the droppers above. Is that going to work? No, we need to extend this out with a repeater here, and then a stack of observers all facing down, and another column of observers facing these observers. Let's test this. Yep, the dropper tower works, and this should become a self-feeding moss farm. We keep getting some bone meal stuck in the top dropper. Are all those facing the right way? Now there's just one. Oh, that seems to have worked itself out. This is doing a great job of keeping this dispenser full of bone meal. Some items are popping out the sides though, and over this glass too. So I've raised some more glass to stop that and have 2 composters working now, but the bone meal in here appears to be slowly draining out. So when this empties, I'm going to pop out this composter and this hopper, and then I'm going to place a shulker box here to collect moss-type items for decorating and temporarily split the double chest contents between the two so that this farm can keep refueling itself with bone meal. 1 shulk or box of moss-type items should be plenty. This sugarcane farm made about 1.5 stacks of items so far, and this bamboo farm is doing okay too. I stored about 56 of these here myself. I can definitely keep taking these seeds out of here and put them in this hopper to compost. So next on my list here is an automatic wool farm, is what that's supposed to say. Oh, I forgot to use copper blocks in building this. That looks pretty cool. For the auto wool farm, I need to make another bow to make another dispenser later, and I need 4 grass blocks. How's this doing? Awesome! I believe I learned how to make automatic wool farms from pixel riffs if you want a source. We need 4 grass blocks, so when the sheep converts the middle one to dirt, these will convert it back. You can place glass blocks on top of all these without converting them to dirt. We need to fill this dispenser with shears, and now for the fun part. Hello little sheep, I've got a special job for you. Whoops, I've already lost the tether. Thunder? Uh-oh. Gotta get this little guy inside before he gets struck by lightning. Won't he fit through the door? I didn't realize sheep were so wide. Here, let's make room for you, your wideness. Okay, wait here. I'll put this back. Can you lead a sheep down a spiral staircase? Yes, I guess it's possible, but will it go up a scaffold staircase? Nope, it doesn't seem to be. Let's quickly replace this with dirt and then try again. Wow, that's a severe storm. And uh-oh. I imagine the sheep is giggling at me right now, but let's use some dirt to pull it further. Great, it's already working. Awesome. I don't think I really need to cover the top, but I'm going to just for safety. And then let's run up here and sleep to stop the thunderstorm. Last time I slept in the castle, I was somehow transported to the ancient city below the mountain behind my base. Looks like I'm safe this time. So I can cross 2 more farms off my list, and I need a creeper farm for gunpowder and rockets and TNT. But a large supply of automatically sheared wool will be helpful in the near future. Because I've been trying to understand why I was transported here one night several Minecraft months ago. Why did the game bring me back here after I've already raided this ancient city and collected all the shriekers and prevented the wardens from spawning anymore? Why here? Well, it occurred to me that I don't know very much about this new structure in Minecraft 1.19. I haven't really given much thought to its purpose or who lived here before me. I've conquered the dangers of the overworld by building structures and spreading light sources everywhere, and I conquered the end dimension by defeating the Ender Dragon and unlocking portals to the outer reaches of the void. I understand that's part of why I was brought here, why I spawned into this world, but I still don't understand what I'm supposed to do with ancient cities, and I think what happened might just be a cosmic hint of some kind that I need to spend more time on these. So, to understand better the purpose of the ancient cities and what I'm meant to do there, I'm going to search this world for more of them. A large supply of wool will help me conquer the ancient cities and learn more of their secrets. And hopefully, I'll unlock the truth behind these mysterious structures. Just like I found my first ancient city under this mountain, I'll probably find more beneath other mountains. And it just occurred to me that there are a number of large mountains near the end portal.